In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly relieve muscle pain and tightness on the front of your thigh. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that can offer both quick and long-lasting relief for muscle pain and tightness on the front of the thighs. And we're going to do this by lengthening and, more importantly, strengthening these muscles that tend to cause issues in this area. These muscles include the hip flexors, notably the quadriceps or the quads, and the iliopsoas. A note about these exercises, each one works just a little bit differently. They're going to target these muscles just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through them all, use what gives you the most relief. As a bonus, all of the exercises can be done at home, require no equipment, and you may find give instant relief, even within 30 seconds. So with that being said, let's get started. Here's a really easy exercise that you can do in a chair. So this one is perfect to do at work or in class. Just start with very good upright posture. Have your back as straight as possible. The first movement, we're going to take our hands, put them off to our side, grip right into the chair for support. And we're going to do a simple marching motion just like this. The key though with this exercise is to try to lift your knee above your hip. At that point, we know we're going to activate the hip flexors, and you should feel the muscles right here on the top of the thigh going towards the groin start to fire. I would start off by just doing a light march, and through repetitions try to raise your knees up even more. Just keep doing this over and over again for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. From there, take a breather. If it feels like it's helping out and there's a little bit of tightness left, you can throw in as many repetitions as you'd like. But for this one, it's probably going to be pretty easy. So this is how you can make it more challenging and add in a little bit more of a strengthening component. You're going to take your hands, overlap them, and put them right over your knee or the top of the thigh. And you're going to resist against this movement as much as you can, but let your knee win and make sure that it comes up above the hip. But do that on both sides and try to build into this one because it's going to offer, again, a little bit more strengthening into those muscles. So if you really want to take this one to the next level, you can do what are called ABCs. For this one, I would scoot towards the edge of the chair and get a really good grip. If you have armrests, you can use those. We're going to keep one foot flat and the other leg is going to go straight out in front of us like this. Point your toes away from you until you feel a really good activation of the muscles right here in the calves, and you should also feel the top of the legs start to tighten up a little bit. From there, we're going to brace our core muscles. It's kind of like if somebody was to poke you in your stomach, how you tense up. It just helps protect the spine during this exercise. And then we're going to slowly lift our leg up like this as much as we can until we feel a really good activation of the muscles right here on the front of the thigh. You're going to then, from there, hold this and now write the ABC. So do big, wide movements. Do an A, a B, go through the whole alphabet. You can also do any shape you like. You can do a square, a circle, a triangle. You can write your name. What you're trying to do is identify any movement that feels like it's really identifying tightness or weakness. If you're able to find that movement, you want to keep building into it as much as you can until it feels like it's nice and loose, or until it feels like you got a really good workout. And at that point, what you're going to do is then focus on one leg and then switch to the other to make sure everything is kept in balance. Here are a couple easy exercises that can give instant pain relief, and the great part is all we need is the edge of a couch. For the first one, whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain, let's say it's your left side, put the top of your foot right at the edge of that couch. The other leg is going to go straight out in front of you, knee bent at 90 degrees. Take your hands, put them right on your hips. What you're going to do is lunge forward with your body weight as much as you can until you feel a deep but comfortable stretch over the front of this back leg. You're then going to hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you're just going to relax and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To take this one to the next level, let's throw some more movements in there to hopefully give some more relief. So we're going to get back into our original lunge, but this time around, we're going to take our arms and put them out in front of us just like this, kind of like a genie position. And now moving through your lower back and waist, you're going to rotate towards the other side. You're going to notice that it opens up that area just a little bit more. So give that a try away from the side of pain. You can also rotate towards the side of pain. Another movement that you can try is then bending straight away from that side of pain. But go through all of these movements. If you find that one is offering more relief, at that point, throw more repetitions in. And remember, whatever you do on one side, Always switch to the other and repeat to keep everything in balance. The second exercise, we're going to do what is called the psoas cobra, one of my favorite full body openers. Let's lie on our stomach and have our knees bent roughly at 90 degrees and press them right up at the edge of the couch. Feet are just going to rest comfortably at the edge. You're going to support your upper body weight on your forearms just like this. My forearms are roughly in a V shape. I just put my hands together. What you want to do is press up, lifting your chest and shoulders towards the ceiling as much as you can, while also keeping the hips and pelvis flat. Make sure not to lift up on them. In this position, you should start to feel a really deep stretch form over the front of the core muscles into the abs, but also working its way downward into the front of your thighs, into the hip flexors. We're going to hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. We're just going to relax by lowering our chest down like this and then repeating this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, challenge yourself to push up just a little bit more. If you would like to take this one to the next level, what you can do is instead of supporting your body weight on your forearms, is put your hands off to your side, roughly around shoulder level, tuck your elbows in, and now press up like this with your arms to deepen that stretch, but build into this one slowly. So give that a try, and I hope that this gives you very quick pain relief. Here's a really unique exercise that can find the best spot that's going to offer the most relief. I call this lunging clocks. We're going to start standing with very good upright posture. Take a big wide scissored stance like this with the most painful side towards the back. Your hands, you're going to take them, put them right on your hips. Now what we're going to do is lunge our body weight forward as much as we can, bending this front knee but keeping the back knee straight. The more that you lunge forward, the more that you're going to feel a deep, intense stretch form on the front of your back leg. Keep building into this, and then what you're going to do is hold this comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. Now just like a clock, we're going to start at noon, but on the next repetition, what we're going to do is angle our foot out slightly. So kind of like going to 12:15 or 12:30, and then we're going to repeat. What you're going to notice is it targets the muscles around the front of the thigh and the groin just a little bit differently. So experiment with as many different movements and positions as possible. Work your way to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, if you're able to, even towards 3 o'clock. What you're trying to do is find that one certain spot that just targets your tightness the most, and at that point you're going to stop over that spot and throw more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. Just remember, when you're done on one side, always switch to the other and repeat to keep everything in balance. So let's take this one to the next level and focus on some more muscles, especially more towards the inner part of the thigh. This is called the sidestepping lunge. We're going to start standing with a very wide stance with our feet. Take your hands, put them on your hips. What you're going to do is step over towards one side as much as you can and then lunge your body weight towards it, keeping this other side's knee and leg straight. The more that you lunge into it, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch on the inner part of the thigh, the front part of the thigh, working towards the groin and the hips. What you're going to do is hold this one comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds. You're going to come back up, and then you're going to repeat this one on the other side. Do this nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. But if it feels like it's helping out and there's some more tightness in there, you can throw in as many repetitions as you like. Here's a great exercise that you can do standing. For this one, we need to go next to a smooth wall or a door. Just start with your whole backside flush against it. Your legs are going to be roughly hip width apart, and you want to place all of your body weight onto your heels. From here, we're going to do a movement very similar to what we did earlier. You're going to take your hands, put them off to your side for support, or you can grab the doorknob like this. You're just going to do a simple marching motion. So you're going to drive one knee up like this, but try to make sure to drive this knee above the hip. Again, we're focusing on trying to activate those hip flexors. You want to hold this one for 5 seconds. Really challenge yourself to fight your weight, your leg weight as much as possible. From there, you're just going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this on the other side. Try to do this one nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or 2. But let's take this one to the next level and really focus on engaging these muscles, especially the quadriceps or the quads, and help strengthen them and the glutes. We're going to do the king of leg exercises, the squat. And this is one of the easiest easiest ways to do it since we're already in position. We're going to do what is called a wall sit. So this time around, I'm going to angle my feet out slightly in front of me. That way I can really lean my body weight into the door of the wall. You want to, again, place all of your body weight onto your heels and slightly point your toes outward, like 5 to 10 degrees. This will help take tension off of your knees. From here, we're going to brace our core muscles again, kind of like somebody poking you in your stomach, how you tense up. Let's hold that, and then also squeeze the glutes. From there, you can put your hands out in front of you like this, but I like to do a prayer position, just kind of putting my hands together and then pressing my hands into my chest. From here, you're just going to bend your knees and then squat your bottom down as far as you can. The more you go down, the more that you're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. You should really feel it right here in the thighs and also into the glutes. You're going to go down as far as you can, hold this comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds, and then slide up and take a breather. Try to do this for 10 to 15 repetitions, and with each repetition, challenge yourself to go down just a little bit more. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or 2. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.